Hey there, welcome back to Garfin's creation. Let's make today the soft, fluffy and eggless donuts today. This recipe too is really very simple and easy to make. You can have them plain, just roll in sugar, or decorate them with some melted chocolates. The entire recipe is mentioned in the description box below, so do check that out. So let's start with the recipe now. We will begin with activating the yeast first. In a mixing bowl, I'll be adding 50 ml of lukewarm water, 1 tablespoon of castor sugar and 2 teaspoons of dry yeast. You can use normal grain sugar too. The water should not be too cold or too hot. Just give it a quick mix, cover it and let it get fermented for at least 5 minutes. Now the yeast is activated after 5 minutes. Into this we'll be adding 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence, half a cup, that is 100 ml of room temperature milk. And into this we'll also be sieving 3.5 tablespoons of powdered sugar and approximate 2 cups, that is 250 grams of Maida, all-purpose flour. I have used Pitti sugar here. You can just grind some sugar in the mixie jar too and use it. Now after sieving this all, we just need to make a dough out of it. After mixing it with a spatula, I will use my hands and get it into a dough. I have been using a 200 ml measuring cup for the entire recipe. Find the recipe in grams and in cups in the description down below. This dough comes together very easily. Just mix all the ingredients together with your hands and form a light dough. Once the dough has come together, I'll just transfer this onto the table so we can knead it further. But before that, we need to add 40 grams, that is 2.5 tablespoons of room temperature butter. I have used salted Amul butter. If you are using unsalted butter, you can add 1/4 teaspoon of salt while sieving the flour too. This may look messy and sticky now. As you keep kneading this will start getting dry and become a soft silky dough. Just knead this dough for about 5 to 6 minutes. Just using the stretch and fold method, I will just knead this for 5 to 6 minutes. So now after kneading this for some time, our dough is got nice and soft. Also got a nice smooth texture too. I'll just tuck it downwards and then we'll put it back into the same bowl which I'll just grease it with some oil. We need to keep this for resting, that is for proofing, till it doubles in size. We'll just cover it well so that it rises soon. Depending on the climate, this might take anywhere between 40 to 60 minutes. The weather is hot today. This has taken me approximate 40 minutes. Our dough is well proofed now. And you can see it's nice, fluffy and double in size. I'll just transfer this over the silicone mat and I will just flatten this a little bit. You need to divide this into 10 equal portions. You can also use some flour and stretch it a little. You can also roll this with a rolling pin to 1/2 inch of thickness and then use a cutter, that is a donut cutter, and form the shapes out of it. But today we'll be making this donut without a donut cutter. So I just took a portion of the dough. I just tuck it inside downwards. Make a smooth round ball out of it. You can also roll it on the table and get it smooth. I'm also dusting the table with some Maida. And then I'll just dip my fingers in some Maida and make a hole in the center and just roll and glide the dough round. With this circular motion, you'll get a naturally formed donut ready. You can just adjust the shape a little to get the center hole a little bigger. I will just place this over small pieces of butter paper so that it's easy to handle later. So now let's see once more how to make these donuts without a donut cutter. So you can now make donuts without a donut cutter too. If you find this difficult, do roll the dough to 1/2 inch thickness and use a donut cutter to cut out shapes. Continue doing the same with the rest of the dough. These donuts can be stuffed inside with some cream as well. I have another video where I have used strawberry and cream to fill the donuts. I'll put the link for that video too in the description box below. So now all these donuts are ready and now they have to be proofed again for the second time. Cover and keep it again for second proofing, and this will take around 20 to 30 minutes to rise again. The time taken again will depend upon the temperature where you stay. These are nicely well risen and it's time to fry them. We need to deep fry these donuts. In the kadai I have taken sufficient oil. Heated it on medium flame. The oil should not be too very hot. As you can see, there are very small bubbles coming at the side. These donuts do not sink below. They are very light and fluffy, so as you put it in the oil, they start floating on top. That's a sign that they are nice, light and well proofed. Now we'll continue frying this on medium flame for around 3 to 4 minutes till it gets a nice brown color on both the sides. You can adjust your flame between medium to low if you feel the donuts are getting brown too fast. These donuts have got a nice color, so I'll take it out of the oil. You can see how fluffy and good these look. That's because we have handled the donuts very carefully along with the butter paper. If you find that the holes are getting closed due to the second proofing, you can just use a stick and make the hole a little larger and then put it into the oil. Handle the donuts very carefully while adding it into the oil so that they retain the shapes and get fluffy. So now continue frying the rest of the donuts in the same way. Just follow these few steps and you too will make these fluffy donuts at home. Once all the donuts are fried, it's time to decorate them. You do not want to dip them in chocolate, just roll them in some castor sugar. Add some flavor. You can also add some cinnamon powder into the castor sugar and then roll the donuts. These two taste awesome as well. To decorate the donuts with chocolate, here I have taken 200 grams of compound white chocolate. We'll put it into the microwave and melt it in a 30 seconds burst. Once the chocolate is melted, I'll just divide it into two colors, one pink and one green. Here I'm using this color. This brand of color can be used for chocolates, whipping cream, cake, fondant, gum paste as well. So I've just added a few drops of pink and made a light pink shade. Now I'll just dip one side of the donut into the chocolate and coat it well. You can color the chocolate with any color of your choice. Only make sure to use chocolate based colors. If you use any other ordinary color, the chocolate might seize and become hard. So I've finished coating some donuts with the light pink shade. To make those lines on the donuts, I've just added a few drops more of the pink color to make it a darker shade. I'll just fill this into a piping bag so we can make this drizzle with ease. If you do not want to make the drizzle, you can directly add some sprinkles over the donuts which have been dipped in chocolate. But the darker shade of the pink drizzle on the donuts make it look even more prettier. Once you fill the piping bag with the chocolate, I'll just snip off the tip of it to make a small opening. Now gently pressing the bag, I will just make a drizzle over the donuts. While you keep pressing the piping bag, just sway your hands just over the donuts so you get a nice drizzle over it. And then I'll be further decorating them with some sprinkles. You can decorate them with whatever sprinkles you have and just decorate it as you like. Just in case you would like to purchase the sprinkles and other ingredients in this video, do check the description box below too. Next I'll be placing this edible gold rods over there. These two are easily available in shops selling chocolates and cake items. And lastly, I'll be just drizzling some gold sparkling sugar. You can also decorate these donuts with some finely chopped nuts or rose petals too. And once this is done, I'll just carefully lift them up and put them into some cupcake liners. That way they are easy to handle and pack. I've decorated some of the donuts in pink chocolate, and in a similar way I'll be decorating a few of them in green chocolate as well. So continue watching the video till the end as I break and show you how soft and fluffy these donuts are from inside. Once you have learned how to make these donuts, I'm sure you'll be making them for birthdays, parties and even holidays. Clam up your dessert tables and impress your guests with these beautiful donuts. These donuts are not too very sweet and has the right amount of sugar. You can also cut out these donuts in various shapes according to themes. Most kids love donuts. So So cut out your donuts as per your birthday theme and decorate them accordingly. The possibilities are endless. So with just this one recipe, you can make a lot of varieties of donuts as per your needs. You can also make savory donuts by slicing it in between and making it like sandwiches. This recipe can definitely be doubled to make a larger quantity too. You can start your home business too by making these donuts. These donuts remain good at room temperature in a cool environment for at least 2 days. You can keep it in the fridge for at least 5 days. So here our beautiful looking donuts are all ready. Let's break one and see how soft and fluffy they are. Trust me, you'll not be disappointed with this recipe. Do try this recipe. I'm sure you're going to like it. Thanks for watching, and please do subscribe to Garfin's Creation if you haven't subscribed yet, so that you do not miss my upcoming videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon again in the next video too. Till then, keep watching and do take care. Bye-bye.